Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Bill Unich bringing you another episode of Mindset Monday, where we start our week on positivity and on purpose. And I'm coming to you today on January the 6th, which technically is the first Monday of 2025. So we are already off into the first week of 2025. And so what I want to do, I want to start today's Mindset Monday with a story that will hopefully help kind of show you or illustrate rather kind of what I'm talking about today in today's topic, the power of why. So there were two kind of tribes. One of them lived in the kind of the lowlands, and there was other what they call the highlanders that lived up in the mountains. Okay, and they kind of coexisted until one day the highlanders decided that they were going to invade the lowland. And so what they did is they came down off of the mountain and kind of plundered the village and took things from them. And they kidnapped a baby girl, and they took the little girl and went back up into the mountains. Well, the people of the lowland tribe, they were outraged by this. They were like, there's no way that we can do that. We have to go and bring this child back. And so what they did is what they didn't understand though is they didn't understand how to scale these mountains because they were lowland people. So what they did is they put together their top soldiers, their warriors to go and do this. And so they were attempting to scale this mountain, and they struggled, and they got to a point to where they only made it like a couple of 100 feet, and they had just decided it's like, hey, there's just no way we're not able to figure this out. And so we're just going to kind of have to go back and admit that we were defeated and that we weren't able to rescue the child. And as they were gathering their things and they were getting ready to descend back down the mountain, they noticed a woman coming towards them, coming down the mountain. And it was the mother of the daughter that was kidnapped. And they stopped her and they said, how did you make it up this mountain? Because we've tried everything that we've known to be able to do this. We're skilled warriors and all of these things, and we don't understand how are you able to do this? And the woman looked at them very discerningly and just said, the child wasn't yours, and continued on down the mountain. Now, that story illustrates is the power of why. And you hear this a lot where it's like, what's your why and what you do. And we talk about that a lot in business, but also it can be in our personal lives. But what this story illustrates is that the power for the mother was so strong that it was like she was going to get her child back regardless, like all things. And she figured, and what happened was because her why was so strong, she was able to figure out a way to obviously to go and to be able to do that. Where these warriors, these soldiers, though they had good intent, their intent was to go, but it wasn't their child. And so it's so important as we begin this new year is really kind of understanding and if this is maybe your first time hearing about the why, is asking yourself, it's like, why is it that you do what you do in your business? And one of the things that I've have gotten this shared with me many years ago is it's our why that is going to allow us to make it through when it gets hard, because it's going to be hard. Life at times is hard, and it's unfair. And when we have a strong why behind what we're doing, and whether that is it's exercise, it's relationships, it's building a business, is that going deeper. And I'll use a business an analogy of this is that a lot of times people are like going, I'm like, what's your why? Oh, I just want to make a lot of money. I want to be, have these things or do all of that, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But the issue of it is that it's got to be something deeper at times to where, because when it gets hard, we're like, well, I said I wanted this money and I wanted, these things, but it's like, but it got really hard. And now I don't want to do, I don't want to do it. And so is really digging down, layered it down into understanding. It's like, hey, what's driving me? What's my driver? Think of your why as like, why, this, like what compels me to get up in the morning, and go run 10, 20 miles, whatever that may look like, right? Where other people want to say they want to be in shape, right? The difference was those people that get up in the morning and when it's cold out or it's really hot out or whatever the case may be, is they do it regardless of how they feel, right? Because most of the time, most of us wouldn't do a lot of things, me included in that. Like, hey, I don't really feel like getting up. I was up at 4:15 this morning, and then, getting into the gym, by 5 o'clock. And I don't say that to impress you. I say that just to impress upon you is that I know what my why is around my health, right? Is now that I'm 60 years old, I want to live a life to the fullest. I have grandkids and I want to be able to, play basketball with them and soccer and kick the ball and do all of these things for as long as I possibly can and to be in the best health. And so when I don't feel like it, right, those are the thing that pops in my head. It's like, no, I'm not doing this in a sense for myself. Not that that's wrong, but I'm doing it because this is what matters to me. This is a stronger why. And I have that around my business. And so I would just encourage you, if you don't, is like, take some time today and look at that and kind of get clear on that part of it and it's your why. No one can create it for you. Is like, if that's what drives you and that's what motivates you to move and to be able to do the things when it gets hard, right? Because it will, then find out what that is for you. In this story is be the mother. She knew what her why was. Her daughter had been kidnapped, and come hell or high water, she was going to go and get that child back. And she did, because her why was super strong. So what I've got for you today in today's Mindset Monday, hey, go out, make it an awesome day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.